All right, so let's move on. So I wanted to talk about Zul'jin again because Scott got really upset listening to like the last show. Mm-hmm. So Scott was saying to me off camera was that we got it all wrong. So what did we get wrong about Zul'jin, Scott?
There was some misinformation in saying that he doesn't have any burst and he's really he's bad damage basically until he gets his quest loaded up, and that with his rework that's not really that true. With level 1 picking up recklessness and level 4 picking up Armani Rage. Armani Rage was a game changer as far as allowing him to do burst damage.
I agree, but I think the Butcher reference came along because of the stacking quest for the auto attack, right? The U1X quest. And like Butcher is really, really crappy if the quest isn't finished. And that's not the same with Zul'jin. He's just less good. But we should have said towards the end of that segment that Zul'jin is actually a really good hero, assuming you had the proper draft to carry him into the situation. I mean,
Zul'jin's in a good spot right now. The only thing he has as a strike against him is that his mobility's low. That's the only bad thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Right now.
But McIntyre, I think in his latest video in his latest rankings, had Zul'jin as a tier 1 assassin. And he's a pro player for Heroes Hearth.
Yeah, he has S then 1, remember that. So it's still a certain tier of his tiering. He has tier S and then his tier 1. He's not tier S, he's 1.
But, he's really good right now. But, I mean, he doesn't have mobility. That's the reason I think he wasn't played in HGC. But outside of that, he is very good. He puts out a ton of damage.
So is he a good, late pick, or you can't really first pick him or second pick him in Hero League or Team League, right?
He's very good if the enemy team doesn't go a dive comp. Mm-hmm. He works in any other situation very well. And if you have Peel for a dive comp, he still can be viable, or you just go Tazdango.
Double tank, double support, put him in as the 5th. Like,
he can be the hyper carry in a double tank, double support where he's a solo damage because he'll put out a ton of damage.
Yeah, but he's kind of like Jim Raynor, right? And that he just auto attacks for most of his damage.
No. X
that
is
amazing. Misinformation.
Yeah, fake news.
The twin cleave, you get the level 1 recklessness where you're below 50% health, you get 20% spell power. You get the stacking quests, and when you get the baseline quest where 150 hero attacks, it does 2 circles. Like, I think I don't have like statistics to actually look up after games, but in a lot of the games I played, I'd say that's probably close to half my damage is his W.
So once you get that one that does damage on the center of where the axes meet, it starts chunking everybody.
Yeah, level 16, you get that. And when you hit them in the center, that gives you 5 stacks of U1 axe. So if you don't have your quest completed by then, you'll finish it very soon after hitting 16.
In terms of damage, is Zul'jin comparable to Vala?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got more health, so he can survive burst better, but he doesn't have the mobility. It's a trade-off on what the enemy team looks like they're going to do.
So I guess if the enemy team cop is going dive, then Val's a better option because she has Revolt to get out of some of the dive.
Yeah, but if the enemy team has a combo where it looks like they can blow you up really quickly, like even Sonya's spear and slam on a Vala takes you below half health with just those 2 abilities. So Zul'jin can survive situations like that significantly better.
Yeah. He shreds tanks. Also, compared to Vala, his burst is not positioning based because Vala's QEQ, you need to have, a line of sight for the hero. So if he's like if the enemy hero is stuck in a minion wave, kind of feels bad because all you can do is multi-shot and W him. But Zul'jin, all his abilities go through everything. So he has better backline access, and he can do it more safely than like Greymane. Greymane, if he wants backline access, he has to dive in. Vala has to be positioning based, but Zul'jin can throw an axe really far.
You mean guillotine, right?
Which is his auto attacks too.
Oh.
Once he finishes his quest, it's farther than Vala's or Greymane's.
Okay. I think this is what's going to happen to Zul'jin. When HEC starts in mid-January, he'll be played a lot, and then pretty much in early February. What?
No, he won't be played.
Why not?
They had a chance to play him at BlizzCon. They didn't play him.
Well, he'll be played in HGC. The higher you go up in skill level, the less viable he is. So in the lower level games in HGC, open division, he'll probably be played significantly more than the when you see the top teams face off against each other.
He'll be like a pocket pick, but he won't replace Greymane or Vala.
Well, that means if you're a Zul'jin player, you should be really excited about that because no one's going to pick Zul'jin that much compared to like a Vala, and therefore he'll be good for quite a while before he gets nerfed.
No, he's picked significantly.
Oh, really?
A significant portion in Hero League.
Oh.
Yeah, there's not as much coordination. In HGC, you'll have the whole team focus you and burn you down in, a second or two. That occurs like much less in Hero League where, that instead of that 2-second interval, people are trying to blow you up over a 4-second span. You're able to move and get healed up and whatnot. So, after that initial burst, you just rip people's faces off.
Think about it. Think about in your games how many times you draft a comp based on a theory. How often do you actually pull that theory off? Like Diablo's gonna dive in with APOC and then VP and a Ring of Frost, and we're gonna pull off the sick combo. How many times does that actually happen? 1 in every 5-6 games. But in fucking HGC at the top level, it happens like 5-6 times a game because they're that good. So we can't hold Zul'jin to that kind of standard because I think he's just gonna get blown up unless like the draft is completely wonked for the team facing the Zul'jin.
He's very good in Hero League. Okay. Very solid pick.